to law enforcement, because we cannot continue to bury people, for these types of situations, just like we can't afford to have happen to officers like what happened out here in Las Vegas. They were guarding the folks at a protest. Somebody walked up and shot the officer in the head. All that stuff is out of bounds and ridiculous. And so I'm saying that we need to look at the things that are creating the frustration in the community. We need to deal with that effectively, whether it's I can't find a job, I can't get a good education, and then when you sprinkle that with this stuff, and that powder keg has now exploded, and it's bigger than just one issue. It's bigger than, when you get out of your car, I hate the police. When you look at some of those communities, for example, Ryan, you're from Baltimore as well as I am. When you look at some of those communities in Park Heights and Pimlico, and the despair, you're living right next to a building that doesn't even have a roof on it.
Right.
What kind of signal does that send to those people in those communities that we don't care? You do what you have to do, but we don't care. So I just say, then, Bad, that there's so many issues, but they need to be addressed on parallel paths.
We want to let our folks know too that they can call in. What's the number at 240-508-8095?
Yes, we will be happy to hear from you. And while we're there, I wanted to share a comment from Gina. And Gina is sending her comment from the Atlanta area. She says that your hometown, Bubba, she's saying that history is repeating itself. We have to be consistent. Until we start loving our communities, supporting our communities, putting us first, the cycle will continue. And that's Gina from Atlanta. Bubba, you want to respond to that?
Actually, I'm so disappointed with what's happening, but I like the way the mayor, Mayor Bottoms, is handling the situation and speaking up for Atlanta. I like the way she's handling it. I wish there was a way that verdicts could, not verdicts, but I understand they have to have a meeting of, you may be able to help me out with this, Michael, but they have to have a meeting before the district attorney can go forward with his case or something like that. Did you hear about it?
Yeah, what they're probably doing, they were doing some type of investigation to gather all the facts, and it looks like he didn't. He was able to get the charges. So whatever that process was in Atlanta, their district attorney went through it, reviewed all the information, all the available information, and he decided that based on his review and all the available evidence, that he was going to go forth with charges, criminal charges.
Exactly. And he did an excellent job in explaining it and breaking it down where we could see it as laymen, as people who don't really know legalities and things like that. His presentation today was excellent. It let me see a lot of things that I didn't see in the video, i.e. the police officer kicking the brother while he was laying on the ground.
Sure.
And the other officer putting his foot on him as he's trying to stay alive. And these kinds of things I didn't know about until I heard the breakdown today from the AD, Mr. Howard.
Wow.
And I think he did an excellent job in showing us what was happening.
I agree, and it's a sad situation, but now we're going to have to let the judicial system play out.
That's always scary.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yep.
And from what I'm sorry, and from what I understand, they're not gonna convene until something like October, November, or December. That's a long time, man, for them to come up with distractions and all kind of little legal things to wiggle out of this situation. And that's what I just
November, and you coming right in. That comes right in at campaign time, and then you got all that stuff going on.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. In some ways, it's like history repeating itself, but it's something that just feels different about this. It feels different. It's the response feels a little different, to where the racism piece, that's certainly, on the one hand, you want to say repeating, but on the other hand, you're like, well, did it ever really go anywhere? Because it's been here. It's been happening all the way through. And like some of the other, folks, as I said, what Will Smith said, I think that it's not getting worse. It's just getting videotaped now. Right. We're just taping it now. It's just being seen. It's not getting. It certainly isn't getting better. It's not getting worse. It's just we're seeing it now, and on every corner, there's something going on. Somebody's got a camera there. But even with that though, just when you talk about the mentality of some of these folks, when I think of the dude who was just sitting on George Floyd's neck like he was sitting on a park bench. I mean, like he just, this is what I do. I know you all videotaping me, but this is what I do. What's going to happen? He just seems so comfortable in a situation where the whole rest of the world was uncomfortable. He seemed like the only comfortable person in the whole damn world.
Yep.
And I just don't know. But I think what's different is the length of time that these protests are going on and things that are happening or what's coming out of it. And hopefully we'll be able, folks who you would think would be able to see these things so much easier are now like, oh, I get it now. Like, really? Okay, well, let's see if you'll continue, Right. So, Chief, let's go is it break time, Chief?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we're going to have to go to a break. We're going to give you the phone number one more time before we go, but we're going to go to a break so you can join us on the other side, 240-508-8095. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
We never dilute the issues. We serve the hard stuff.
Anyone else?
My name is David, and in 8 years, I'll be an alcoholic. I'll start drinking in middle school, just at parties. But my parents won't start talking to me about it till high school. And by then, I'll already be in some trouble.
Kids who drink before age 15 are 5 times more likely to have alcohol problems when they're adults.
The thing is, my parents won't even see it coming.
So start talking.
Who's next?
Before they start drinking.
I just remembered it's election day. Are you going to vote?
I don't know. I don't think I'll have time today.
Millions of eligible voters in America never make it to the polls or even register to vote. When you don't vote, you're letting other people make decisions for you and pick the things your taxes will pay for. Voting is more than a civic duty. It gives you a voice about the priorities and the future of your community and our nation. Voting gives you a seat at the table.
She's missing class, and she's dropping her pom-poms. Nobody knows where she is, not even her mom. Everybody thought she was the all-American girl. So there goes the books, it's all about the score. There goes the doggy, life is such a bore. There goes the family, she's got a new friend. There goes the looks, this is the end. I guess she really was the all-American girl.
Pick up heroin and you'll throw away everything you love. Share your stories on Instagram with #heroin.
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in physics, I learned that I'm a loser.
Today in school, I learned that I'm ugly and useless. And in gym, I learned that I'm pathetic and a joke. In history, I learned that I'm trash.
Today in school, I learned that I have no friends. In English, I learned that I make people sick. And at lunch, I learned that I sit on my own because I smell. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes
In biology, I learned that I'm fat and stupid. And in math, I learned that I'm trash.
The only thing I didn't learn in school today?
The only thing I didn't learn today.
The only thing I didn't learn
is why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
Straight No Chaser Talk Radio. Other shows water down the issues. We only serve the hard stuff. Straight No Chaser Talk Radio.
And we're back. We're back. It's Straight No Chaser. Dinbad, the Chief. And joining us today is Ryan Adams and Bubba Knight. That name sounds familiar to you. It ought to sound familiar to you. Bubba Knight of the Pips. Gladys Knight and the Pips.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Ryan Adams of Ryan Adams and the Adams.
Yes, sir.
His brother his sister Wednesday, and no, just kidding. I want to make sure you're listening. Hey, I'm trying to put you in the family. I got Bubba over here in the family, and I got Chief is over here in the Curtis Blow family.
Yeah, who knows, man?
Adams from
by the time it's over, man, maybe we can be honorary Pips.
That's right. We could do something. We need some help. We can come back.
That's right. We'll just be straight pipping.
Yeah. But this is good. I mean,
hey, Bubby, you hear what I said? Straight pipping.
Yeah, you go ahead. Where's the whip? But
sorry.
Thank you. But we got to we had to find some time for some levity because nothing to smile about, particularly if you're black folks and human beings in general. It's been a sad few weeks. But we've got a caller on the line here. We've got our man Phil. Phil, I know you got something to lay on us. Give it to us. Give it to us straight, no chaser, like you always do, Phil.
Phil, you there?
Yes, I'm here, Mike.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, Dinbad was saying, give it to us straight, no chaser, like you normally do.
That's right.
Well, I was waiting for you guys. I thought you all ran out to the store or something or another. The Chief, Dinbad, it's good talking to you all. And greetings to the other two brothers that are there.
Yes, sir. You're on with Ryan Adams from Town Talk Sports in El Paso. And, of course, Motown legend Bubba Knight. And everyone, this is the world-famous Phil from Maryland.
And Bubba, I'm still trying to do that step you all used to do. I'll get it before long.
Okay, go ahead on, bro.
I think I want to say to everybody, these are extremely trying times, but the truth is, these trying times should not have caught us by surprise. It was inevitable. You talked about, and when you say those other folks, we got to call it like it is. Those white folks, they are indeed afraid. And in truth, they have something to be afraid of. They have held the knee on the necks of black people for more than 400 years. And what they understand is, through trials and tribulations, we figured out how to knock that knee off of our neck, as you saw the brother in Atlanta do with the two officers who tried to hold him down. Sinbad.